everybody? Happy Friday. It's your girl, Claudia Jordan, and it is a happy Friday. Now I'm back with TJF, with two of the most fabulous men in the business. Please welcome Al Reynolds. What's up, Al?
What's going on, Claudia?
We ain't gonna talk until we introduce your friend, so he don't get an attitude with us. And please welcome Funky Dineva.
Well, I'm glad y'all hoes know. Okay, don't start no shit this Friday because I'm sitting on ready.
You ready?
Oh, well, we all are sitting on ready now.
Okay, well, if y'all want that type of show, it could be that type of show.
Oh, it's that type of show. That's why it's popping. So, how y'all doing today? What's going on?
Doing good. I'm feeling good. This was a good week. I'm energized, all between my neck and my thighs. I mean, I'm on the prowl tonight.
Okay. Are you going out tonight after the show?
Baby, I'm really going to recruit all the gentlemen callers tonight. All of them.
Like a train? A gangbang?
Oh, possibly, honey. Possibly call me Amtrak, honey.
Oh, okay.
No. The hottest ticket in town.
And Al, what you doing tonight?
I'm actually here. I'm staying in town this weekend, but I do want to wish Donna Bates, if you're watching us tonight, we're going to wish you a happy birthday. Your sister Cynthia Brown wants to make sure that we shout you out because you're taking care of their 95-year-old mother who has dementia and who recently broke her shoulder, and she's still a full-time nurse and all of that.
All right, Donna, happy birthday.
Now it's Friday, so Friday's when we tend to get a little looser on this show, and we will be asking for 3,000 likes tonight because we want the show to be on 3 times a week. That is what the goal is.
Yes.
And we need to get at least 3,000 likes consistently for it to even be considered. We had a talk today, and the likes been lagging. So Q, I'm gonna have you ready. Okay. You ready?
I'm pumped and ready.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Although, according to the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk, the people say I ain't got room to talk about nobody but my feet looking the way they look. So they might not respond tonight.
Well, Q, you should have just told them that your big toe was hiding.
It's a little bit more than that, though. I told you, he don't need golf clubs when he go golfing. He just kick the ball with that. But you know what? Listen, I know how it feels to be vulnerable, put yourself out there, your flaws out there, especially in a position where we talk about other people. But people, well, what about you? You're fixing yours. You're being proactive. So kudos to that. All right. Y'all drinking tonight? Or was it just me?
I'm on lemonade tonight.
Wine, same wine from Wednesday. So let's see what happens.
I got some vodka and pineapple juice. Keeps everything sweet. Let's get into the show. Representative Jamaal Bowman ripped into Marjorie Taylor Greene after she claimed that his physical mannerisms were aggressive and she felt threatened during their encounter at the Capitol. Ooh, look at all them buzzwords the white woman's using. Bowman said Greene is not even using a dog whistle. She's using a bullhorn to put a target on my back. Greene also mentioned that Bowman calling her a white supremacist, they kill me with this bullshit, is equal and equivalent to being called the N-word. Now, Q, I saw you put a post about this, how they want an N-word so bad, and I totally agree. Are you surprised by Marjorie Taylor Greene, a.k.a. Gary Busey's twins' foolishness?
I absolutely am not, and I keep hating to say this every doggone show, but Donald Trump has ushered in this new way of doing politics / business, and it's just to placate to those few people over there in the corner that race is their trigger. And I just find it odd that on one token, she wants to play white woman victim, while in the same token using historical words that have gotten black men in trouble at the arms of white women, aggressive, angry, or whatever else it is. She said, it's just beautiful to see her operate in all of her white woman glory and white woman privilege, but then wants to be oppressed when somebody calls her a white supremacist. You can't have it both ways, baby. Either you're going to operate in white supremacy and target black people, or you're not. Pick one, Marjorie.
She's such a hypocrite, because they pretend to be the party of Christianity and all that and family values. This is a woman who had an affair on her husband with the trainer, was getting ran through. This is a woman that calls for violence. This is the one who's made all kinds of threats. And this is how you come at a brother because you don't like his tone. Al, what do you think about this bitch?
Hey, you listen, Q said it best. Donald Trump has ushered in a new wave of politics, but he's also ushered in a new wave of politicians, and especially politicians like her and Don DeSantis, right? The interesting thing about her is, if we're really honest, she did what she was supposed to do. She knew, as a white female with long blonde hair, she knew exactly the trigger words to use in order to get people to support her by insinuating that he's dangerous. But let me tell you something. The interesting part is, a woman like her, remember in 2020, Claudia, 55% of white women voted for Donald Trump. They are using his lead to create their politics, and it's very interesting. But let me tell you, Jamaal Bowman, we got your back. You did not say anything wrong, and thumbs up to you for pushing back on her and telling it like it was.
Look how white people, some, they're racist, not all, because we have tons of amazing, of course, ones. The way that they're so unapologetically bringing us back, like the dog whistles, just being so bold and blatant with it. And yeah, Donald Trump is a huge part of this, and Sarah Palin, might I add. Sarah Palin is the one that set it up, and then Donald Trump just drove it on home. All right, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we hope your political career won't be as long as your chin. All right, Whoopi Goldberg is, I can't stand her. Whoopi Goldberg is calling out bullshit after it's reported that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were involved in a near catastrophic paparazzi car chase after attending the Women of Vision Awards Gala in New York. Whoopi thinks the couple exaggerated the car chase and said, I think they were dealing with aggressive paparazzi, but I don't think it was where, watching it on TV, watching the cars go, because it just doesn't work in New York. What do you think about the paparazzi being so relentless? And what do you take on Whoopi's remarks? Al, let's start with you. Do you think it was as dangerous as she made it out to be?
Listen, Whoopi is right. And this is the Whoopi that we love. We love this Whoopi when she's very transparent and she's honest. Like Whoopi, I've lived in New York City for 23 years. And I'm not denying that something didn't happen. But what I am denying is at the level that they're claiming it to happen, because you just simply can't do it like that in New York City. Not only can you not do it like that in New York City, but you can't do it in the Bronx, you can't do it in Queens, you can't do it in Brooklyn either. Now, the interesting part is, what are you running for? It's New York City. What are you running for? If you really wanted the pursuit to stop, just pull over, take the pictures, go to a hotel, sit down. That's not how New York City works. It may work like that in England, but that's not how it works in New York City. I think whoever issued the statement used verbs or adverbs that were simply not descriptive of anyone's experience in New York City.
Kay stays splashed and says, Duke and Duchess Smollett. You think this is a case of just exaggerating just to get attention? Or do you think there's something to it that we're not even being sensitive to?
No, fuck them. Here's the thing, right? I'm just all out with it. The sympathy train is over, y'all. Grandmama don't die. That dog face ass Camilla don't got in office. Your daddy with his balding ass, he's in his seat. Your brother already told you he don't like your ass and wanted to fight you. Listen, y'all don't had all the fallout, and then y'all don't came and found refuge over here in the United States. Don't bring y'all UK drama over here. We got enough goddamn drama over here. Dealing with DeSantis, dealing with Trump, dealing with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We don't need no international drama. If y'all gonna be over here on that, war with me, we almost died like my mama, take your ass back to Great Britain with that bullshit, okay? Tyler Perry don't gave you a plane. You played like you was homeless and broke. Oprah gave your ass a place to stay. Next, you're gonna be talking about you need food stamps because you ain't getting no jobs. We are tired of the sympathy and the woe with me, y'all. Do some damn work, assimilate with the United States, and be regular damn people since y'all came over here to be regular. Stop the madness.
I feel you, but I also think that Harry gets a pass because he's probably a little more sensitive. Like any little thing is probably it probably feels worse to him because that's how his mother died.
Claudia. Cars can't even go 27 miles an hour in New York.
I know.
So he don't get nothing.
His mother.
He could be triggered. He could be triggered. But to say that
near catastrophic. No.
But you know what? Sometimes I wonder, and this even happens with us. Is it a game of telephone? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times things get exaggerated when everybody puts a little something on it. Now, I do think that they be exaggerating sometimes, 1,000%, because me and Megan had a thing when I said something about a condition. We had a disagreement about how things were on the set of Deal or No Deal. And it was like, wait, what? I feel y'all. I'm just trying to,
I think
this is a deal. Just
the
in New York,
publicist was purposely trying to make the correlation between the mom and him, and it failed. You can't drive over 27 miles an hour if you can go that fast.
No, I agree. I live there.
The island itself is only 5 miles. What can you do for 2 hours? You gonna go in circles for 2 hours? Like, why would you do anything that's stupid?
So they have requested, Megan said she wants the paparazzi to release their footage so she can be proven right. And we will be patiently waiting with bated breath to see this footage. I, for one, would love to see it because our love 144, you usually be going in on me every show, but guess what? I'm gonna read your comment. He said, y'all can't tell me nothing about Harry. He checked his whole family about his wife. He gets a pass.
Well, he picked her.
It was a blind date.
You picked the bitch. You deal with it.
Hey, okay.
Spicy.
Okay, listen, a middle school teacher in Kentucky has been suspended for allowing a student to dress as a KKK wizard for extra credit. According to reports, the student requested to wear this costume since the assignment required them to dress as historical figures. Funky. Of all the things he could have dressed as, how much do you think his parents had to do with this? And when you think a kid's like, let me dress as a Klan member. The fuck? I'm
mad with so many people in this instance, right? Because the article said that the student did not get in trouble because he was given permission by the parent, right? I mean, by the teacher. But here's the thing. The student was old enough and conscious enough to know that this was wrong because they asked for permission, right? Mm-hmm. Number two, you don't cut up your mama good sheets in order to do this, all right? I don't know about y'all, but when I was in middle school, there was an adult seeing me walk out of the house. So somebody's seen you walk out the house with this on, and nobody thought to stop and say, no. So this says a lot about your family, your household, and your upbringing. And number three, this teacher should be fired because this, guys, is how you know, and I'm not trying to excuse them, but this is how you know racism is a mental illness, right? Because it's got a hold of these people's minds so bad in this environment that they are literally putting their livelihoods on the line and don't even realize that they're doing it because they're so caught up in a racist fog. Everything about this is so blatantly wrong. And all parties involved, the child, the mama, and the teacher need to be dealt. And quite as a scam, the bus driver ass need to be suspended too for letting the child get on the bus. And I think every white person and person of color should sue the bus company, citing my child was uncomfortable on the bus. And every student in that class, parents should sue because their children were traumatized at the aggressive and hostile environment that was created by them dingy ass sheets.
I agree. The fact that white people, and especially people like Ron DeSantis, are so sensitive to Black history being taught that will make white students feel uncomfortable talking about something that happened 200-300 years ago. But Black students have to sit here and see KKK copies showing up within arm's length of them is such complete bullshit. The way they allow Black kids to be traumatized and not considering their feelings and how we protect white feelings is just so ridiculously unfair and obvious. Al, what do you think about this story? This is.
You know, I agree with Q. First of all, everybody, let's be very clear. He dressed up as the first Grand Wizard president of the KKK. You're not just sitting around researching and find that you want to dress like the first Grand Wizard. There's some texture and layer to this, which I think comes from his family. But let's be very clear. This is a hate crime. In the United States of America, you couldn't walk around dressed up as Adolf Hitler. You definitely can't do it in Germany because anything Nazi related will get you sent to prison. I don't understand how what has not outraged everyone from hate crime groups to the NAACP. This is a hate crime in the education system, and everybody involved should be, I don't want to say jailed, but definitely should be penalized.
All you gangbangers that like to shoot each other up, all you people that like to be on Instagram and fight people that look like you and whoop their ass, why don't you do something in the name of social justice? I'm not encouraging hate, but if you are going to take out your aggression on someone that looks like that's probably your cousin, Some of these racists up that are wearing KKK sheets. Why is George Zimmerman walking around with no fear and having appearances and no one does anything? But we so tough when it comes to each other. I will never understand that. And we let all these people slide that play in our faces, and it's not cute.
What was that actor that dressed up like Adolf Hitler one year? And remember the outrage that we saw? It was for Halloween. Remember, it was an outrage.
Actually, they say Prince Harry did it one time too.
Right. Yeah, maybe it was Prince Harry. Remember the outrage? Remember the outrage from the Jewish community? Where's the outrage in this? Because I promise you, if a young black kid dressed up like Adolf Hitler, this whole school system would be under a legal battle.
All right, that's that. Coming up next, we're discussing what's popping underneath your pores, ill. And later, Adidas receives backlash for their new Pride campaign. They cannot stay out of the news. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Get them likes up. Welcome back to TGIF. Now, in the beginning of the show, I said we would love to get to 3 nights a week. I had a simple request. I asked for 3,000 likes. We have over 4,000 people in the chat right now watching, and only 1.2 of y'all are hitting that like button. So only a third of the people really rock with us. So with that being said, Funky, what do you think about these people? What do you think?
You know what? The people are busy because this is graduation season. So I'm going to keep it a little positive for the girls out there. To everybody out there who got children who are graduating high school this go round, I need you to hit that like button. Now, for all of y'all out there that got children that are graduating from college, I need y'all to hit that like button twice. If you got a child that got accepted to a college, how about you hit that like button? And you know what? If your child was a little dumb and couldn't pass the ACT or the SAT and they got to go to the military, go ahead and hit that like button. You know what? We ain't going to leave out the girls that need a trade. All my Job Corps girls, if your kids going to the Job Corps, y'all go ahead and hit the button like that. And child, if your children just ain't shit, you don't gave up on their ass because it just ain't nothing you can do, hit the like button as well.
I think the children ain't shit thing got us to 1.5.
There's a lot of people out there with some ain't shit children.
Apparently, about 500 people.
If you know your son ain't gonna be shit and he got an ain't shit daddy, go ahead and hit that like button. If your baby daddy don't pay child support, hit that like button. If you regret the fact that you fucked your baby daddy, hit that like button. And if you sitting up, laying up with your baby daddy or your husband right now, you don't want his ass, hit that like button.
1,700 people. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't get us over 3,000, I don't know what the future of TGIF will be. I'm just going to let you know. The sponsors, they really want our numbers to be high. Help us, help you, help us. All right, moving on. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's the strangest place y'all have sex? Real quick, one word.
Public bathroom.
Banana Republic dressing room.
Watch us be so righteous. Watch.
No, it was a club in New York.
Okay.
Anyways, well, according to scientists, there are invisible creatures having sex on your face while you're sleeping. These tiny mites hide out in your pores during the day, and at night they climb out on your skin to get busy. Oh my God, I feel itchy already. Ooh, these mites, look at that. Oh, will you ever sleep peacefully again knowing that this is happening? They be in your eyelashes, and some of the girls that don't get the girls that don't get their eyelashes reapplied or clean in time, you hit the like button with them crusty eyelashes. You hit the like button. Al, what you think about the story? The mites on your face having sex, busting off all over your face.
Listen, I got to be honest. I'm just glad somebody getting laid. Since I've been in LA, I ain't seen no action, not even a back rub. Claudia, I know you getting laid in Q. That's a whole nother story. But Claudia, when was the last time you got laid?
Let me just say, when I did, it was bomb. Let me just say that.
When you did it, it was bomb?
It was.
When was it? When was the last time?
We don't do questions on Friday anymore. Plus, I don't know who's watching right now. You know who you are.
Listen, just when I thought having crabs was like the worst it can get when it came to like little organisms crawling in and out your pores, who would have ever thought we had these centipedes from outer space in our skin and whatnot? But you know what? This makes me, listen, if we all have it, we just all have it. But this makes me very leery now about laying on people's pillows and like laying in people's beds and stuff when you know, I don't know, doing the do or hoeing or whatever it is you're doing. Because I'm like, you know, microscopic hotel beds now. Like now my brain is just going like, what type of organisms are everywhere?
Do you have pillowcases on your pillows?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, that YouTube money must have came in because you did
I
not
do.
have.
You know, y'all some raggedy bitches. Y'all some raggedy bitches.
We seen your pillowcases with the little slobber stains. I am proud of you. You getting your feet together and your pillowcase on. You got linens coming.
Al, the shit is not that damn funny. It's not that funny, Al.
It
really
is.
No, but for real though, the mites that we all carry they are disgusting, but we all do have them. But the fact that they're in our eyelashes and our scalp and all that is like, but I guess they have a purpose. They eat up old dead skin cells. You know what I mean? But ew, look at that. You rather have that or crabs, Q?
That. Because I've been living with that since I came out the womb, I guess. So what I don't know won't hurt me. But them crabs, baby, ooh, my coochie got the itching. Let me tell you something. I don't wish them crabs on nobody. You know, Claudia.
The only crabs I know come from Joe's stone crab. Hugh, everyone don't live that life.
Child, you don't have the itchy gitchy yah before. You ain't make it to 50 years old, baby, and they never had the itchy gitchy yah.
Not all of us are fucking strangers behind dumpsters. I'm just saying. Anyways, we're gonna get more into
mate, if you had the itchy gitchy yah, I bet that thing go to 3,000. If you had the itchy gitchy yah, hit that like button.
2.1. If you had any STD, hit the like button. You don't have to tell us which one it was.
Oh my gosh.
All right, y'all. Earlier this week, we discussed a transgender woman who was allowed to live in a University of Wyoming sorority house. Well, Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn. Chimed in on this conversation, and this is what she had to say.
The women are so uncomfortable this is a women's space, and the women are so uncomfortable with them in his space. And, you know, they can see him. He's got an erection. He's eyeing the girls. This is wrong.
It's the messenger for me. Caitlyn, as the recipient of Woman of the Year, your first 3 months of being a woman, I don't hear what the fuck you have to say, because I don't take nothing you say seriously. I actually still feel like you did not have this in your heart. I always felt like you murdered someone with vehicular homicide. Then all of a sudden you're transgender. You've always felt this way. I'm not buying it from you. You're a Republican. You're against your own people that you claim to advocate. You pick and choose when you want to be a trans woman and you want to stand with your community. You are full of shit. And you might have some valid points on some things, but I just don't want to hear from you. I just don't. Q, what you think?
You know, while I have similar sentiments as Caitlyn when it comes to this particular story, I don't get into her being a trans person and going out of her way to misgender somebody else who has said they were trans, regardless of how you feel. It's just wrong coming from
audacity,
you.
Right?
And honestly and truthfully, you just a whole white man sitting up there with a wig on, as far as I am concerned, because you still lived majority of your life as a privileged white man, and you still have the politics of a rich, you know, privileged white man while you sitting up there with an auburn wig on. So, I mean, nah, wrong messenger.
Kaya says, how are you trans and transphobic? Al, what do you think about this? What do you think about
I couldn't agree with whoever that soulmate is. I'm just starting to think that Caitlyn Jenner is not trans. Everything that comes out of her mouth, I'm gonna misgender her. His mouth is transphobic. And how are you supposed to be an advocate of the trans community and you're the first to misgender somebody? Everything about this reads to me, guys, honestly, as if Caitlyn is a plant, like a Republican plant to create this narrative that just doesn't match what and how Caitlyn has done it. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm starting to think Caitlyn Jenner is not trans, and that's just my opinion.
You know what Caitlyn Jenner reminds me of? Caitlyn Jenner reminds me of the people like Clarence Thomas that benefited from affirmative action, but then once got to their position said, we shouldn't have that. Or the conservative Hispanic people in Florida that vote Republican and vote against their own interests and close the border. We don't want them coming over here. That's what you remind me of, Caitlyn. Like once you got in and you benefited from the protections, now that you're in comfortably, you like fuck everybody else.
And he knows, listen, being a privileged white man, he's occupied those spaces for a very long time. And he understands the privilege that comes along with it. He still wants those privileges. So he placates to them because he's felt the privilege before being a rich white man. And he don't want that to go away, to trade that in for the struggle of a trans woman. He don't want that.
Do we hear any other trans woman speaking the way she does, the way Caitlyn does? I mean,
that one Republican
that's
one.
What makes me feel like Caitlyn Jenner is not trans, but instead is a cross-dresser.
And you know what's so funny? This new story that we got coming up next ain't no damn better with his hypocrite ass.
Speaking of trade, former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani is being accused of forcing a former employee to have oral sex with him. According to the $10 million lawsuit, Giuliani even tried to initiate the sexual advance while he was on speakerphone with Donald Trump. So you know that dick was hard talking to Donald Trump because that's who he really wants to hit it. He allegedly wanted to feel like Bill Clinton. You will never be as swagged out and as attractive as Bill Clinton was. Not with that dye running down your face, them bottom teeth that need to be fixed. And you look like the King of England that died a little while ago. Can y'all believe this story? What you think about this, Al? He was trying to get oral sex, and get head, getting dome, while on the phone with Donald Trump. That's a little gay erotic to me, I think.
Isn't he impotent? Like, what is he taking? Does he have a pump or something? Is he using enhancement? He's impotent. We know that he was diagnosed as impotent years ago. You know what? I really wish we had found this out when he was the mayor of New York City. And honestly, I'm starting to think these Republicans and all these supporters of people like Donald Trump and people like Rudy Giuliani, they don't care. These people don't care. These supporters don't care. They don't care about men abusing women. And this is sexual assault. Like, look at Donald Trump. He sexually assaulted, multiple women. But women still, 55% of them voted for him to be president in 2020. I am just really confused about this whole political environment that Donald Trump has created, and especially around people like Rudy Giuliani. Like, what is really going on?
How do you force her to suck his dick? He probably held some work.
Isn't he 80? Isn't he like 70 something?
See, Viagra done messed up the game for the women. Now they gotta. I don't know. Q, what you think about this old nasty?
So, I was talking about this story earlier today with my trainer or somebody in the gym I was talking about. And, it's twofold for me. One, I used to look up to Rudy Giuliani way back when you start talking about what he did with the mafia. He's the one who helped introduce the RICO law to get people on racketeering, to kill organized crime. But he completely killed his legacy once he left office, teamed up with Trump and all this different stuff. Sick old man, they're becoming all unraveled, mental illness, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell you something. I got a little bit of heat for the women too, right? Like, I'm kind of over this. I went to work and he told me to give him oral and I got on my knees and did it. And now I'm a victim, right? Like, at what point are we going to start using our common sense hat women and being like, the moment he says that to you, you run out to the HR department and report it right then and there, because we live in a post-Me Too movement where the world is kind of yours when it comes to these allegations. So I after you suck the dick, I really don't want to hear it. And after you don't reap the benefits of sucking the dick, ooh, I don't want to hear it. But I will listen to you if you refuse to suck the dick.
Ooh.
I'm going to have to go ahead and agree with you on that, because no one's ever forced me to suck their dick. That's something you have to really want to do and be into. I got a little mouth. If I'm going to do it, I have to really want to do it. So sucking the dick of Rudy, can we get the picture up real quick of Rudy? Put the picture up. Sucking this dick of...
Ooh.
Look, he's right there. He's like, it's almost hard.
Find it first.
You know that dick is tucked up in there. You know it's getting 2 to 3 inches. You know it's flaccid. You know the balls is bigger than the dick. You can just look at him and tell. Okay, anyways, we gotta go. We gotta move on. But Rudy, yeah, I agree with you, Funky. Ladies, bite the dick off if you're gonna go to suck it. Don't do it. All right, coming up next, find out why Adidas is receiving backlash, and later in the show, we'll find out why a woman faked a pregnant belly. Interesting. Stay tuned. Welcome back to TJF. People in the comments are commenting about Rudy Giuliani, about him marrying his cousin. He did marry his cousin. If you married your cousin, hit the like button. But I'm seeing only 2.3 likes, 2,300 likes, and it's 4,200 people watching. Now, I know some of y'all watch on your smart TVs or you're at somebody else's house. But why are only half the people watching? Like, you only half y'all like us? Y'all think about this. Like, who we missing? Q, who we missing?
Child, we missing the mamas that's lazy and don't want to cook and feeding their kids pizza tonight. If you feed your kids pizza on Friday because you don't want to cook, hit the like button. You know, my grandma said only sorry people feed their kids cereal. If you let your kids eat cereal any day of the week, we need you to hit the like button. If you can't cook but your man married you for other reasons than your cooking, hit the like button. And you know what? I got one because this one really grinds my gears. If you my color and you wear blonde wigs, hit the like button. And if you don't like people that's my color that wear blonde wigs, please hit the like button.
Thank you very much, Q. We are up to a hefty 2.3. They don't like us tonight. Do y'all not want us to get to 3 nights a week? Seriously, we're 700 away from that.
We'll get there.
Okay. Memorial Day is just a couple weeks away, which means summer is too. Now, I don't know about you, but I do not like waking up a hot, sweaty mess once temperatures skyrocket. So I'm all about a cooling bed. Now, my friends over at Ghost Bed make the coolest beds in the world. They're going to be your go-to for cooling mattresses, cooling pillows, and even cooling bedding. From their signature Ghost Ice fabric to patented technology that adjusts with your body temperature, every Ghost Bed mattress is designed with cooling in mind. Now, whether you want a plusher mattress that cushions your shoulders and hips or a firmer option with exceptional support, your Ghost Bed will keep you cool and comfortable all night long. Now, I'm excited to share an exclusive deal for our listeners today. For a limited time, get 40% off all Ghost Bed mattresses. You get two luxury pillows. Use promo code T at ghostbed.com/T to take advantage of the exclusive offer. That's www.ghostbed.com/T with promo code T. Now, you guys, I have to live vicariously through you. You guys speak like so highly of these beds. How are you enjoying your Ghost Bed products? Q, you over there smiling, and do you plan to use it this weekend with your gentleman callers?
Well, I use my Ghost Bed pillows all the time, and no, they don't get to sleep on those. They get to sleep on the regular pillows. But guys, listen, today when we logged on the show, one of our production members, Nicole, she, just out of nowhere was like, guys, I got my Ghost Bed products. I hear you guys talk about them so much. And I'm telling y'all, this thing is spreading like wildfire. So many people get in my DMs and in the comments on unrelated posts on my IG. And I'm like, thank you, Funky, for you guys talking about Ghost Bed on TGIF. I bought it and I love it. Y'all have really got to check out these products because they are changing the way people sleep at night.
All right. Thank you for that. Al, how you liking your Ghost Bed products in your new spot in LA?
Hey, you know what? I use more than just a pillow. Haven't made it to the mattress yet, but I shared that I do have sheets and pillowcases from Ghost Bed. And if you're like me, one of those sleepers that deal with headaches and migraines, and also who's usually very warm and like a cool room, the cooling effect on this product really makes me very, very comfortable. And I encourage everyone that's similar to please go out and try one of these Ghost Bed products.
All right, y'all. Promotional consideration furnished by Ghost Bed. All right, let's get back to the topics, but I got to read something from the chat. But Donna Brown's in the chat, right? And she says, Auntie don't know how to like it on her TV because people are watching us on their TV. They love watching it's a TV show. She said, but I pull out my phone just for y'all.
Thank you, Donna. We appreciate you, Donna Brown.
Yeah, that's a good point, right?
All right. And Venetia Phillips says, my bad. I was late hitting the like button. I just did. Okay.
Be on time next time, Venetia.
And we have some people that are responding to the last round with the last read, Funky. Keisha Anderson said, damn, my son loves cereal. I hit the like button.
My grandma say only sorry women feed their kids cereal.
Cereal for dinner, but cereal for breakfast.
No, she meant period. My grandma I had a live-in grandma. She got up every day and fixed us a hot breakfast. She say only sorry women feed their kids cereal. And she meant that with her chest.
I eat cereal all day.
I've never eaten cereal growing up. Never. My mom started buying cereal when I was a teenager, and we could eat it as snack, but we never ate cereal in the morning. Not me, girl.
Alicia Jones, thank you. Just went to her phone to like y'all. She's watching us on TV. That's what, the extra effort y'all make. That's what we appreciate. That's going to get us to 3,000. And maybe, just maybe.
3 days a week.
Maybe. All right, y'all. Looks like Adidas efforts for inclusivity have backfired. The brand has received criticism after has received backlash and criticism after unveiling the new Pride 2023 women's swimsuit line modeled by a man. The swimsuits are listed under the women's section, and the sexual identity of the model has not been confirmed. Do you think Adidas deserves this backlash? And do you like this look? Q?
They 100% deserve this backlash, right? And I am sick. This is what happens, guys, when there is a lack of top-level diversity in workplaces. The appropriate thing to have done was to go get the biggest trans advocate that you could find, put that person on the advisory committee, and get the most living in her true femininity, essence of a woman, put her on the committee, and let those two duke it out until they come to an agreement about what is comfortable for both. It's got an extra pocket for the crotch. Now, listen, y'all, we got to be careful about the things that we get mad about, because I am glad that they have these bathing suits, because when you see some of these people like that have penises that try to fit in traditional women's clothes in a beach setting, it could be a hot mess. But to label this, and I'm not trans, so I'm speaking from a non-trans perspective, to label this as a woman's bathing suit, it just feels a little off to me. And I think it should have been labeled as the everyone bathing suit, or the all-inclusive bathing suit, or the non-gender specific bathing suit. But to call it a woman to placate to one small group of people and offend and alienate this large group of people, it just didn't seem like a smart power play to me.
I'm glad you said it, because I feel the same way, but it's like you're afraid to say anything because you're going to be labeled as transphobic. But it feels very immature, not well thought out, rushing to just jump on the bandwagon. And I think they think, well, good press or not, like, people are going to be talking about it, which we are. It doesn't seem or feel well thought out. A woman's bathing suit with an extra pouch for a penis. Al, what do you think about this?
I think this is sensational marketing at its best, and it wasn't cool. I thought the swimsuit itself was very cute, gives me very kind of, Claudia, one of your favorite places, Aruba-like, but I definitely didn't think it was cute on a dude. It's a dude, right? I mean, it looks like a dude, and I don't want to sound anti-gay or anti-trans, but this makes me uncomfortable. I mean, I would have much rather that they went out and got Laverne Cox or T.S. Madison and modeled the bathing suit for them. And the other part of this is that just from a business model, from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense. You're promoting a female product, but you're not using a female or a transgender female to promote it. We know that gay men do not buy a lot of bathing suits compared to women. Bathing suits was one of the largest markets to make a lot of money. So to me, this is a complete disconnect. And Adidas, you are way better than sensational marketing like this. You took a page out of Kanye's book, and it's definitely not cute.
And I wonder what they feel about, like, do they wonder how it affects their other, like a customer like me? And like you said, Al, it's a very small percentage of their clientele. So it definitely feels very opportunistic. Like, we're going to do this little gimmick, get people riled up, and the ad wasn't even good. It was a terrible looking ad. And I would hope that if you're going to really do something for the trans community, you'd make it a little more beautiful than what you did. I feel like it was very lazy. It was lazy. All right, y'all, keep it locked, because coming up next, the mystery inside a fake pregnant belly. And later, Elon Musk is sharing his thoughts on working remotely with his weird ass. We'll be right back. Welcome back to TGIF. Okay, let me look at the comments. Jiminy says, I could see Al wearing that. No, Al would not wear that. He wears a Speedo that we already showed y'all in the post. And Sharon James says, we're ready for another round, because guess what? We are not at 3,000. We're at 2.9. And I think there's a group that feels unseen, maybe.
It's a group out there that feel unseen. For all the girls who was unsuccessful and the guys, because this is gender neutral, honey, like that bathing suit. Y'all only got about a month and a half to unbig your bag. So if your bite is wide, we need, you know, the wide bite linebackers always take us over the threshold. Tell the truth, girl. That back wide. If your neck a little thick in the front and the bike, I mean, you hit that like button. And baby, if them thighs is scrubbing when you walk, or you got to make a noise like when you get up, or you got to sit down hard, I need y'all to go ahead and hit that like button, baby.
It's still at 2.9. Maybe people are in denial about their big backs. Come on, big back community. Y'all are watching. We see y'all. Big backs.
We gonna call out the missing side teeth people too. If you missing the side tooth or back tooth for that matter, go ahead and hit that like button, girl.
Hold on, let me hit this button because I have an implant. And I get it installed in 3 more weeks. So I have a missing side right now. So I just hit the like button. We still at not 3,000. Y'all have it to the end of the show to get us to 3,000, or it's not happening. But thank you very much, Q. Thank you very much. All right, y'all. A woman has been arrested after she was caught hiding 3 pounds of cocaine under a fake baby bump during a South Carolina drug bust. Now, can you believe this story? And what's the weirdest place? Damn, we gonna incriminate our host like this, Justin? Where's the weirdest place y'all have hidden drugs? I don't know if I want to put y'all out there like this. What's the weirdest place for your friends?
It don't apply to me, baby, because I don't drink or do drugs.
Now Q. Now Q.
Not
now Q.
I don't drink or do drugs.
Okay, where's the weirdest place? Where's the weirdest place one of your friends you heard hid some drugs?
Just recently, I had a friend go to Puerto Rico and she put the drugs in a condom, then pushed it up her vajayjay.
Oh, okay, Al.
And like came back bragging about like that's the way to smuggle it.
Okay.
Look, I'm still from the old school where we used to roll our blunts in aluminum foil and check them and put them underneath the plane. That's the best I got for you.
Okay, well, one of my friends I heard was going somewhere. They wanted to bring weeds, so they hid the weed in a little plastic bag and then put it at the bottom of the black gel, like the pro style gel, and it was. My friend,
I was told you put it in plastic. Now, don't do this and get arrested messing with me, but I was told you put it in plastic, then you put it in the Noxzema jar. So I guess the same science as putting it in a Pro Gel.
Okay.
I have some good news. The big back community came through. We had 3,000 likes.
Come on, them big bites. Them my soulmates with them big bites, baby. Yes, God.
Y'all was in denial and y'all was not being honest. So speaking of lying.
The missing side tooth girls, Claudia, and once you came out the closet with the missing side tooth, they felt confident.
I'm getting mine installed in 2-3 weeks. All right, so speaking of lying about body parts, a 40-year-old woman has been accused of posing as a man so she could trick another woman into having sex with her. Now, the woman, Blade Silvano, is accused of using an unknown object to have intercourse during the relationship with the estranged woman. So she was using a fake dick on her. Now, another woman claims Silvano lied about having cancer so she could never get near her private parts. Social media is calling for the owner. I'm sorry. Let's talk about that. Sorry. What y'all think about that story? Using a fake.
All I got to say is y'all so busy worried about the transgender. You need women. You need to be worried about your own sistering. Okay, because we ain't never had no story like this about the transgenders tricking the women or messing with them in the bathroom and all these other fears y'all got. But it's the bitch in the stall next to you trying to take your cookies. How about that?
Okay. Al, what do you think about this?
I know this is going to sound really, really bad, but I have no empathy for the victim here. Anybody getting catfished in 2023 to this extent, they need to be charged with stupidity. While obviously the catfisher needs to be charged with assault. But what happened to doing your basic research when you dating somebody? Don't you go on their Facebook? Don't you Google them? Don't you ask for pictures of their ding-a-ling or FaceTime them? How the hell do you actually have sex more than once with someone that you haven't touched their private parts? They're not allowed to take off their shirt, and you're willing to be blindfolded during the entire sexual experience. Nope. No sympathy for this victim right here from me.
I have to agree with you. I have a friend that's trans that would trick people, and like the way she would do it was like close her legs and just like put like some glue between her thighs. And I was like, that is dangerous, right? This person is just as dangerous. And the person, the one receiving the fake dick, You ain't never try to go feel it, kiss it, lick it, grab
Right.
it, touch it in all that time. And you're okay with someone, the first time you have sex with someone, to wear a blindfold? I need to see what that dick do. Is it sick? Does it hang low? Is it looking good? Is it thick? Is it thin? What are we doing here? And you're going to let that go up inside of you and then be mad later on when you find out that it was wood or plastic or whatever it was made out of? I agree with you. I don't have sympathy at all. All right. They both wrong in my book. All right, y'all. We have to move on and go to a quick commercial break here. Hold on. All right. No? Okay. Can y'all move the thing up? Can't move the thing up. All right. Coming up, Elon Musk's take on working remotely is unfair. He is venting about that with his weird self. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to more TGIF, your show, your favorite show that is actually international. We have Alicia Henry from all the way far away, viewing from Guyana. So,
my God, my Guyanese sister. Hey, Alicia, girl. Hey.
I love when I see that people are watching us from other countries as well as all over the United States. I think that's so dope because they're staying up super late to watch us on the live show. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. Tell a friend. All right, y'all. Elon Musk recently shared his thoughts on working from home. He said, I kind of think the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, let them eat cake. Elon also added that it's not fair to work from home while the people who make our cars, fix our houses, and make our food have to show up at work. Where do you stand on Elon Musk's comments about working from home, Al? What do you think about what he's saying?
I think Elon Musk is full of shit. I think Elon Musk is a control freak. And we've all worked with someone like them. They can't stand the fact that they don't have power or control around your workflow or the workforce. And they feel like someone's getting away with not working as hard as they are. We know that, remember during COVID at Tesla, he forced his employees to come back into the workplace and work a minimum of 40 hours. There's no reason for it if you haven't lost productivity, if you're still meeting your numbers or your bottom line is not affected. If you save money, we know that working remotely has saved money for many companies, and it's also offered a great quality of life for people. The only reason people are complaining about this is because they feel like somebody is getting away with not working as hard as they are. End of story. He's a control freak, and if it offers better life balance, then why not let people work from home?
And Elon, we did not forget about all those lawsuits you had about how racist it was at your company. Are you mad that people they're spared your racist environment at work because they're working from home and they don't have to deal with the bullshit? Q, what you think about this? What this heifer got to say?
You know what, I'm mad because, this new wave of politics about pitting groups against each other, because this is classism at its finest, pitting blue-collar workers against white-collar workers. Let me tell you something. If a job has the ability to work from home and it's making people's lives great, better, and no productivity is being lost, those people should be able to work from home. Unfortunately, there are people who work in physical jobs that have to be there, but that's not my problem. All right? It's not my damn problem. If you don't like it, get another damn job. And I understand that could be insensitive. There are some people that have been dealt a shitty hand in life, or some people who don't have access to better jobs because of geography or socioeconomic status. Again, that's not my problem. Take it up with God, all right? If there is a job that can allow somebody to work from home, then they should be able to. You know what I'm saying? Following that logic, teachers don't work the summer. Who do they think they are? They should work year round because everybody else has to work year round. You see how that works? You know what I'm saying? Nurses work 3 days on and have 3 days off. Who do they think they are? Everybody should be able to work 3 days on and 3 days off. So you got to be careful when you start trying to apply logic like this. Eli, go sit down somewhere. Elon.
The audacity of the richest or second richest man in the world saying someone else is saying, let them eat cake. It's right. The audacity for me.
Right.
All right, we got to squeeze this in real quick.
Micromanager. Mm-hmm.
Yes, an IT specialist sued his employer for not giving him a raise during his 15-year sick leave. The employee began his medical leave in 2008 and has been paid a yearly salary of around $68,000. However, he's demanding a raise because he claimed his current salary is not sustainable enough to keep up with inflation. The audacity again. Well, do you think this employee deserves a raise?
Hell no. Hell no. This is looking a gift horse in its mouth. Hell no. And we all need to move to the UK if their disability is your full salary indefinitely.
Listen, the funny thing about this is he's demanding a raise, but is he up date with his IT certification and his technology and his schooling? Because IT in the 90s is not IT in the year 2023. Not to mention he's demanding holiday pay and vacation pay. Boy, get out of here. And you better watch out, because if you're under review, when your disability is being reviewed after you've gotten it, 90% of those reviewed have been revoked. You better calm down, sir, before you end up back in the employment line.
If someone's paying me for 15 years and I haven't not showed up, I would think I have slipped through the cracks. I'm going to keep my goddamn mouth shut and let this come through. And then, you're going to demand a raise. It's the audacity. Okay, y'all, fantastic show. I want to thank my fantastic co-hosts, Al Reynolds and fucking Dineva. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Stay tuned for Black Waterhouse Movies. Catch it on your YouTube channel and website. Make sure you rewatch the show tomorrow. And we got to 3,100. So, we're going to go to production and higher ups and see if we can get to 3 nights a week.
Yeah, 3 is the magic number, y'all. 3, and listen, y'all, it's within reach. We need y'all help.
That's right. All right, we'll see you. Have a good weekend, y'all.
See you later.